Undercover owner stays at his own resort stops cold when he hears two guests behind him. The sun dipped low over the pristine coastline, casting a golden glow on the luxurious beachfront resort. Lucas Morgan adjusted his baseball cap and sunglasses, blending seamlessly into the crowd of guests checking in. Despite being the billionaire owner of Ocean View Haven, Lucas was here on a mission to experience his resort through the eyes of an ordinary guest. He had no intention of revealing his identity. Instead, he wanted to know what his staff did right or wrong when no one was watching. He booked the most modest room under the alias Jake Miller and opted for a week of quiet anonymity. As he wandered the grand lobby, Lucas took mental notes. The warm welcome from the receptionist, the faint smell of sea breeze in the air, and the soft instrumental music humming in the background. Everything seemed perfect. But Lucas knew perfection could be deceptive. On his second night, Lucas decided to dine in the bustling resort restaurant. The sounds of laughter, clinking glasses, and waves crashing in the distance filled the air. He found a seat near the corner, away from the crowd, and casually observed the other guests. At the next table sat a couple in their late 20s. They were well-dressed but visibly tense, whispering in hushed tones. Lucas wasn't one to eavesdrop, but something about their strained expressions drew his attention. "I just can't believe it," the woman said, her voice quivering. "We saved for this trip for 2 years, and now it's ruined." The man placed his hand on hers, his face etched with worry. "We'll figure it out. Maybe we can talk to the manager. But if they won't help..." He sighed heavily. Lucas froze, his fork suspended midair. His instinct was to stay out of it, but curiosity got the better of him. Quietly, he signaled a nearby waiter and asked to have the couple's check brought to him discreetly. When the waiter returned, Lucas scanned the bill, his brow furrowing. The charges seemed normal, until he noticed an unusual line item. "VIP surcharge $500. He immediately understood their frustration. The surcharge was supposed to be optional, but here it was, sneakily added to their bill. Lucas decided to intervene, but not as the owner. He walked up to their table, offering an apologetic smile. "Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing. I'm staying here too, and I've had a bit of trouble with the billing myself. Mind if I help?" The couple exchanged hesitant glances but nodded. Lucas asked to see their bill and quickly flagged down the manager. A stern conversation followed, with Lucas firmly advocating for the couple. Within minutes, the surcharge was removed, and the couple's gratitude was palpable. "Thank you," the woman said, tears welling up in her eyes. "You didn't have to do that." Lucas shrugged, his smile warm. "We all deserve fairness." The next day, Lucas decided to dig deeper. Under his alias, he interviewed staff, posed as a curious guest, and even volunteered to help clean a few rooms. His findings were bittersweet. Most employees were dedicated and kind, but a few policies, like the sly surcharge, betrayed the trust he wanted his brand to embody. On his final night, Lucas took a walk along the moonlit beach, reflecting on what he'd learned. Suddenly, he heard familiar voices behind him, the couple he had helped. "I still can't believe that guy stepped in like that," the man said, his voice filled with awe. "Me neither," the woman replied. "But it reminded me there are good people in the world. And you know what? Once we're back home, let's find a way to pay it forward. Maybe help someone who needs it." Lucas stopped cold, their words piercing through him. In that moment, he realized that kindness didn't just solve immediate problems. It rippled outward, inspiring others to do the same. The next morning, Lucas checked out, leaving a note for the resort manager. It was a detailed list of changes he wanted to see, but he signed it with his real name, Lucas Morgan, owner. 2 weeks later, Ocean View Haven unveiled its new slogan. "Kindness is luxury." The couple received an unexpected invitation for an all-expenses-paid trip back to the resort, courtesy of Lucas himself. And Lucas? He continued his undercover visits, but not just at his own resorts. His mission had grown bigger. He wanted to spread fairness, one stay at a time. Because, as he had learned, small acts of kindness could create waves larger than the ocean itself.